And it was a beautiful, right? Let me tell you. So it's so funny because I'm very big. Some things really just happen without you even planning for it.
Yeah.
It happened today. Not only did you pick up the book that was intended for you, you picked a poem that ended with 2 words. And in that conversation, Seduce Me came out. Quito out. Now.
Oh, no, we couldn't have planned that better.
We couldn't have planned that better.
That was great.
Because just before we started filming, I did a little something over here.
She sure did.
Can you tell the people what you observed took place?
So just before we started filming, Miss Kash just sprayed a little bit of our Seduce Me pheromone perfume on herself to get a little scented up. And you was like, I want to see. Not yet. And look at that. That's so well played. That Seduce Me perfume.
She was seduced.
I was already so curious.
Yeah, she was like, can I smell? And I was like, not yet.
Not yet.
Because, sometimes you got to make them wait for it.
Because anticipation is the gift that keeps on giving.
Luckily for y'all, I'm very patient.
It's too much energy. Oh, we are definitely getting seduced. So I'm one of those people who's known to actually, here's where it backfires. I'll be seducing myself. I put it on to attract positive things. But I'll be sitting here like this.
And be all with you.
I've been smiling the whole time for quit just saying anything. She's like, yeah, it comes out the vagina. I'm like, vaginas. Yeah. And then Mel was like, I just let it fluid because it runs through me. I'm like, yeah, run through her.
Let's flow with it.
So I did have the Seduce Me. And Seduce Me is a collection of ours. Mm-hmm. And the reason why it's called Seduce Me is because the whole collection is pheromone enhanced. So It is designed to seduce, attract. A lot of people think of that in just like the sexual ways. But I use Seduce Me for myself because I do like my own pheromones and the intoxicating feelings I feel when I spray it on. But it's not going to smell the same on 2 different people. And the other thing about the whole collection is that they do have base notes and certain tones. Mm-hmm. We talked about this before on the podcast. But what I would love for you to get in is an opportunity to experience. And I put it on myself so you could get a sense of my pheromone. But I also would love for you to get an opportunity to be seduced too. Is it okay if I spray this on you?
Yes.
Okay. Consent matters.
So is it on my wrist?
Yeah, we like to do those pulse points and things like that. So I'm going to give you and you want to air it and smell it now. And
So it's scents of citrus, like orange, maybe a hint of mango, floral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has floral notes. And one thing I'll tell you guys, right? People have to understand that each of our products are always going to be very detailed. And we actually put what the notes are inside of the fragrance. Just also because certain fragrances, things, you can't, if you're not smelling it, you want to have enough hits. Girl, don't, hold on. We ain't selfish. Hold on. What you need? A little more? Want to get that neck? What are you about to see? Let me make sure you're good.
Nobody yet.
See yourself,
just get that spot right.
When she going to get back, she going to do a different kind of dance. She going to be in there going, as I kiss and touch and intertwine. Like she was saying certain words. Did you hear the tease that she was really touched?
Got real breathy.
She was just like, touch.
I said I wasn't responsible for how you felt after hearing it.
Could you say the word one more time? You say touch.
Was it?
You was like touch. You was like mad empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was it touch or twisted?
Twisted touch.
Twisted
touch. Just say T words. Taste.
Tonsils, tongue twister, twiddling your nails.
Tickling your fancy. Okay, so with this specific one is Center Stage. We do have 2 fragrances, and the one that you're trying right now is called Center Stage. The other fragrance that we have is called Main Attraction. Mm-hmm. Both of them, honestly,
they're both really nice.
They're both really nice, and I'm not. Certain fragrances I'm not really a fan on. I like things that have I like floral notes, things like that. But some, that elevator, like cologne or perfume thing, I hate. So I love how gentle this is on the senses. We sprayed a good amount. Mm-hmm. And no, I don't, anybody catching no headaches in here, are they?
No.
Right.
No.
So I did want to let you know that this is something that you're going to be having for yourself, because I know that you're a sensualist and you're into yourself, and I wanted to make sure you had a tool for seduction. But there are some other things that I did want to talk about in this segment, because I also like to educate and take the conversation back to how these things also impact people's pleasure. As I've said before, pleasure in this podcast and on this conversation is not just in the space of sexual pleasure. It's about doing the things that please you and that bring you pleasure, whether it is your self-care regimen, whether it is the time that you take with yourself, your partner, whatever the case is, your rituals, your routines, all of these things that lend to feelings of good, happy, joyful emotions is what we're talking about when we say we're in the business of pleasure. What I did want, and I'm not going to actually talk about this, I'm going to actually ask one of our pros, because y'all got to understand QP right here, Hall of Famer, BK, top performer, over there a little modest, because, you know, we give you the little Dr. Payne, but this woman right here, this one right here, has been in this game with Bedroom Kandi for how many years? 7 years in the industry, and literally was probably the only person when I first came in that I was like, I'll rock with this girl, because we both, you know, had the same passion for educating, teaching, having a good time. I also am letting her leave here today with this gold box, right? Okay. Yeah. This is the Amaze, and yours is still wrapped in your plastic, and I didn't want you to have to take it out in order to experience it, so I did bring my demo one. And I was going to ask our beloved Miss QP over here to tell you a little bit about why we're gifting this to you. And Quita, one of the things that I thought about in giving her one of the luxe things is obviously the luxurious side. But I also thought about the consideration of body types and the flexibility that it has. So let her know what type of session she might be having next time.
So Amaze is one of our lovely dual stem vibrators. It's one of our luxe lines. This is waterproof, USB rechargeable. What's great about this is seven. Yeah, seven. Right? All right, so 7 vibration settings.
Well, you said 7.
Oh,
it's
coming.
You said you were patient, Mel.
What's great about this is that this part, the insertable, it has this nice ridge here, so that you can get some stimulation on the front side of that wall for that G-spot. But then you also have the clitoral stimulator that has this little divot here, so you can just appropriately place it right up on the button that needs to, but it's also super flexible. So if you need a little extra, you know, curve maneuver for you to find the right place for the quiver, then you could do that. What's great about this is these have separate motors.
Oh.
It's just charged.
It should be.
Okay.
Well, Quita, real quick, can you actually, she's interested in these 7/7s. Can you show her?
I am.
Can you show her the 7/7?
And so you turn this on by holding a button. What's great about this is that these each have separate motors. And so you are not beholden to whatever setting is on one. And so this top button is for the insertable. That startup. That's
option.
That's one. You want to feel? You want to feel another one? Touch it.
Right. So if you don't want the vibration inside, then you have that, and there's nothing there. But then you can put the second setting. Right? And so you're having vibration on both. Good God. Vibration on both. Right? And then you just cycle through, and you can find this might be your 4, this might be your 3, and you can find your perfect settings for what you need. Go and take it, baby.
That's yours, boo.
Oh, it's
mine. Spend time with it. Spend time with it. And the thing is, we ended up opening up a box, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all right.
The packaging, though. Get into the packaging. Hold on. Get into the packaging.
This is nice.
Get into the packaging. That's the satin privacy pouch. I know we always keep a little travel bag so she could be a hoe on the go.
I want to go.
Okay, I said what I said. And then her charger's also in there. So that's what comes in the pouch along with the manual. So when you travel when you keep it at home, you can keep it in this little sexy case. But when you're traveling with it, you have this to take and toss it in your bag or anything like that. So that is your Amaze. And Quita, thank you so much for explaining it in such great detail. I loved Amaze most because it is focused for the G-spot. Everybody looks at these things and they're looking for size. And they don't understand that the G-spot ain't that deep up in there. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is designed to really hit that special spot on the inside and the out. but in a space of whatever's comfortable on both spaces, that, you know, you have the flexibility to make that adjustment. But the thing I love most about it is that bendable curving thing, because for me with toys, I didn't really appreciate internal vibes because they lacked the flexibility to get to my anatomy. And so Amaze is one of the toys that I love for that. And even if you look at the tip of Amaze, right here, it's kind of like a tongue, right?
Little divot.
So it's like a little dip, which cradles around your clit, like a nice, loving, kind of linguist looking kiss. So my thing is, you'll have also with your toy, a lube both, so that this could kind of glide past the clit like a wet mouth. And this is gonna do what it need to do up on the inside. But you're getting a visual. You see, every time I press that thumb down. So when it's in you,
I have some ideas.
Yeah. I also tell people all the time, these things can be still enjoyed solo, but also with a person, because people just look at toys as a.
It's not competition. It's an inanimate object. Like, baby, like, it's the outfit. I got dressed and this is my outfit. The toy is the accessory. The gold is the toy.
Period.
It's an accessory. That's your homie in the bedroom. Stop it. Don't be afraid.
So that's something that I wanted to give you. Now, I do have a couple of more things that I want to gift you, but I want to take a quick pause because I do want to have a different discussion for that. So now you've got an opportunity. She got a little opportunity to play around with a little bit. And that's kind of like what we do at our toy parties, guys, by the way. I always encourage you guys, head over to www.bedroomkandi.com and you can head over to the party section where you can get connected with a consultant. They actually will connect you with someone who's local to your zip code or closest to your zip code to come out and do your party. But really, that's what it's about. We have fun making funds, right? So essentially, we're getting people together in a comfortable, safe environment where we're setting a parameter of safety around the discussions that we're having about intimacy and pleasure and self-love and care. And sometimes those are turn-up sessions. Sometimes those are group therapy sessions. Sometimes they become like, you know, seminars, workshops. But basically, we want people to have the opportunity to interact with our stuff. We stand 10 toes down on our quality. Okay. All right. Like, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm saying it right here. Our quality is unmatched. And so the best way to experience, I know you guys see our videos, I know you guys see posts. The best way to experience it is to get in a room and get your hands on this stuff. Okay. So that being said, I do want to first say thank you guys both for sharing, right, from your own personal journeys, but also from the areas of things that you've learned in the process of pursuing your professions. I'm not kicking them off the couch because we got a little bit more fun to have. Okay, y'all. But I do want you guys to know how to connect with them. How do you get with Dr. Payne? How do you get with Mel? If they said things or you really just felt like I loved everything that this person stood for and I want to connect further. So Mel, first, can you let us know how they find you?
So you can find me in 2 places. So it's I am Mel with 3 underscores on Instagram. So IAMMEL____. And if you're into spiritual content, tarot readings, all that cool stuff, it's Erica's Intuition _ on TikTok.
Love it.
Is it Erica with a C or a K?
Thank you. So it's ERICAS Intuition _
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And Dr. Payne?
So you can get me on Instagram or TikTok at QP Love Coach, QPLOVECOACH. And I'm on those.
That's how they find her.
That's how you find
simple and to the
me.
point. Both of these ladies are regionally out of New York. So that's important to know. If you was over here kicking it, you like, I like Queen. I think I want to do a party. She out here.
I'm here, baby. Half car wheel drive.
But we are nationwide. We have people all over the country. So again, go over to the website if you're interested in having a deeper experience or anything like that. And consultants are able to customize and do all kinds of fun things with you. I want to thank you guys again for having this discussion and helping us like kind of hone in a little bit more on this. I feel like during this time of year, during the holiday season, a lot of emotions are happening. And so I really wanted to have a conversation focused on that. Here are the things that you can do to help keep yourself centered. If this is a time of the year where there are people you miss that are no longer here, where life is lifing and you're trying to figure out how to make the season feel great, please know that we understand and that it's really important to us that we still find ways to feed positivity out. But also, I think another great thing that I've appreciated, and Quita, I think you could probably speak to this too, because we've done holiday events, all kind of stuff.
Child.
And no, seriously, we naughty versus nice parties, all kind of things that we've done in the past.
I was just looking at those pictures the other day.
It's so crazy. I think my last one that we did, I was pregnant.
There's a chance.
It's a possibility. It was
right before the pandemic.
I was right before I had the baby.
Yes.
And what I say that to say that during that season, a lot of people are spending money, and a lot of us are making money. Right, we're out doing the events and stuff, but in truth, we're working our businesses and we're selling products and things like that make for great gifts. And that's something that I want to talk about with you guys next. So if you guys have listened to this conversation and you're looking for places that you can go to look for more empowerment, more motivation, obviously continue to tune into the podcast, but we want to invite you in. And that's actually starting with an invitation to my right, because there's a beautiful young lady on this couch who I'm putting on the spot right now. Right now. Yes, we are doing it. BKBCs. We recruit everywhere. Okay.
We really do, though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Mama
and the reason why I'm saying that is because y'all might not know, but let me Bedroom Kandi is giving away businesses right now. Bedroom Kandi is giving away businesses right now. We are literally inviting you to join our community with no money down. Okay? I'm literally saying to folks, if you've ever wanted to open an online store, boutique, whatever the case is, you don't want to be the person to have to source products. You don't want to have to be the person to deal with manufacturers, ingredients, stuff coming in from China, all that kind of stuff. Cool. Shipping it, going to the post office, any of that. We will do it all. We do it all. We just want you to be one of our amazing, empowering, educating, and earning consultants, right? Who are spreading that message. But we also have a great side for influencers who are out here doing what you already love, making content. But we basically said, we want to give you these products to make you a believer. Because she's going to go home with this. And this is not all of her stuff, y'all, by the way. We're going to give her a couple of things to play in, all right? And I'll be surprised if she's not begging me later to be like, girl, how do I make sure? So I do want to extend an invitation to you to join our community of influencers, get an opportunity to play in our products. And obviously, guys, you don't have to be in the adult side of the industry to be an influencer with us, because we have cosmetics. We got skincare, bath and body, hair care, CBD, wellness collection. I mean, we even have some hair care, couple of items in the hair care area. We have also for people who are looking to explore pleasure, obviously we have the tools and things to assist in that, but also the educational tools, because we have a lot of books, including our Sex Inspires My Best Poetry. So people look at our industry and they just think one area, when really the toys is only 1/9 of everything that we offer.
Right.
And we like to offer opportunity for creators to be empowered to be their own boss. And so we would love to invite you to boss with us over here at the BK family. And then after you use that vibrator,
after you tested the product,
all you got to do is your first unboxing review. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, no, I would love to extend the invitation. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but would you be open to becoming a member of our family?
Yes, I accept.
I love it.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I've been watching Bedroom Kandi for years. I'm a fan of yours, even though we're friends. And longtime friends. I'm also a fan of Candy's. And I love the skincare line. I love the wellness line. And I'm pro sex, pro safety, pro masturbation, pro self-love by any means. So I'd love to be a part of it.
We got a new family member. All right, so this thing we do at Bedroom Kandi. We're low-key like a little sorority fraternity, right? I'll model it. We'll model it up in here. And we want to invite you to join in our sisterhood, or whatever the case. I really feel like we need a stroll or something at the time. But anytime you hear somebody shout BK,
BC.
BK.
BC.
Yeah. BKBC stands for Bedroom Kandi Boutique Consultant. That's how we shout each other out. You'll see us in the hallway and it'll be hundreds of us. I don't know where somebody else at. And you see 30 women, 40 women turn around. BC! So we are so excited to have you here with us. And I can't wait for you to get more time to experience not just the products, the community.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, that I think is actually the most valuable thing we have at Bedroom Kandi that is really not known or spoken about. Like I said, what are the odds that you meet somebody doing a business who ends up being the person holding your hand while you push a baby in the world, right? And now I'm sitting across from her, right? After seeing her evolution, she's a doctor. Payne today. When I met her, it was just Quita Payne. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Doctor. Put some respect on her name. You know what I mean? So I love getting to see that evolution of my sisters and brothers, because we got brothers of BK too. Shout out to our BK men on fire. But yeah, it's an amazing community of love and support, and I find that nobody comes over to this side and gets with us and don't ever want to be like, when's the date of the next reunion?
Right.
So welcome to the family.
Thank you for having me. I'm so surprised. You know, I knew what I was getting myself into. I love this. I love the support in this community. I love the positivity on the Bedroom Kandi Instagram. You know, I'm a follower of the Instagram page as well. And everybody's always so positive in the comments. People are actually asking questions about the product. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see what I can make with it, what I can create, and see what happens.
We can't wait to feature you. Yes. Do it. All right, guys. So this has been a wrap for this conversation. And we really want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening in to the Business of Pleasure podcast. Again, this is your one-stop shop where we're putting the fun and funds and the sexy in success. And I think it's a very sexy room up in here tonight. So you guys make sure you guys come back. Every Money Making Monday, you'll be able to tune into us and get an opportunity to learn more about an amazing pioneer pleasure that sits on the couch and talks a little bit to us about who they are in their journey. But this will also be a great space for you to learn. And so, you know, our BK mission is to empower, educate, and take it to the bank. Okay? Have a good one.